stress.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This is my review for the boring as life of life after lockup, love after lockup. They all need to go somewhere and be locked up and get out my face ASAP. But let's get into the foolishness that is this episode. I will not be on camera because it's the weekend. I want to chill out. I don't have no lipstick on. I'm just, chilling and whatnot. But I have stuff for y'all to see. So it's fine. Sit back and listen, okay? Do not forget to do what? Subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Subscribe to this channel, to my JayLeesCorner Talk channel. The link to JayLeesCorner Talk is always in the description box below every single video, okay? Do not forget to like, comment, share, relax into yourself, and inhale all the things I've said for 3 or 4 years on here. Y'all know what to do. I don't have to keep reminding y'all every time, but I will remind y'all to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner, on IG and on Twitter, and to like and to subscribe. Okay, so let's get into this foolishness of it all. First up, we have Amber and Puppy. This episode was really just Puppy. I am so not interested in Puppy. I am so not interested in Amber. I really don't understand why they brought them back. They have a plethora of, old cast who I feel like could have been more interesting to them too. So I'm so confused what made them bring back Amber and Puppy. I'm like, well, all the better castmates on another show being filmed? Like, is the whole other season coming with more interesting people? Well, just kind of like the boring people? I don't know. But I was like, get out my face with this, okay? We do see Puppy go see her mama. Her mom is still sick. I think her mom has tumors or cancer. It's something where she's getting radiation, and so mama not doing too good. And because of that, Puppy said I can't really, see her being sick, so I've been away. That's stupid. Because if she died, you're gonna be upset that you didn't spend more time with her. But again, Puppy to me is a bit selfish and childish. But I'm gonna let that be. Okay. Now she do tell her mama that she got a warrant out for arrest, mainly because while her mom was in the hospital, Puppy's PO came to the house looking for Puppy, and Puppy wasn't there. The neighbor then told the PO that Puppy moved, and so they put out a warrant for arrest for changing her address without letting them know. Now, Puppy had the stupid idea. I didn't move. I still live at my mom's house. I just spend time at my boyfriend's house too because we spend a lot of time together. Girl, Puppy's a goddamn puppy. Anyway, so her mom like, look, you need to go to turn yourself in because if they have to come find you, if they have to come catch you, that's what's gonna make it worse. Puppy feel like, oh, I go back to jail, it's gonna be like 2 years. So mama feel like if you keep running and they gotta find you, you can get like, 4, 6, or 8 years. And her mom was like, I'm sick. I don't think I would make it, you know what I'm saying, to see her. I won't be alive if she gets a whole bunch of time. Like this could be the last time I see her alive because I'm sick. Puppy just need to grow. Listen to your mom. Your mom, go turn yourself in. Now when Amber and Puppy were talking, Amber was like, let me talk to my PO to see what she think you should do. Okay? Because like she won't tell on you, but she can say like what to do. What she need to do is go her ass to her mama's house, okay, and then stay there. Puppy goes to her boyfriend. This is her boyfriend. Okay, that's her boyfriend here. He look higher than a kite. He look higher than the clouds. He look higher than high. Okay, he's high. His eyes are so red. I'm like, what? Are you okay? Are you alive? He may be dead. This may be a corpse. I don't know. But she tell him how, you know what I'm saying, I have a warrant out for my arrest. This fool tell Puppy that they should just run. I'm like, who says that? Okay, and his thing is, you know what I'm saying, when you down for somebody, you down for them, whatever. Who wants, he said, no one living their best life wants to go back to prison after getting out of prison. I'm like, first of all, sir, how is she living her best life if she's on parole and she's a warrant out for arrest? That ain't living her best life. She looks scared. Okay, she looks scared, but I'm gonna leave that be too. Now, when they still there talking, and they sitting next with like across from each other, he sent her a text and say, hey, will you marry me? And she's like, are you serious? Oh my God, are you for real? I have this ring, I sent a text, and I'm like, you texted you sent a text and asked someone to marry you who was sitting right there. I mean, it wasn't as if he wasn't home. You were there. I can't. And she asked 18,755 times, are you for real? Don't play with me. I'm like, bitch, he for real. It's stupid because look how high he is. Like, look how high he is. Now, did he have a ring? Yes, fine. Who cares? Okay. The man walking around with he's already wearing tons of jewelry. I don't care. But she said maybe, and they hugged and kissed. And she said, I'm gonna run away with him for about 3 weeks, but I can't stay running forever. If you don't go handle that warrant, girl, stupidity is what puppy name should be. Let's move on to Sean and Sarah. So Sarah decided to move in with Sean. Her two puppies, and her daughter have. I was like, really, girl? Sean must really have good penis. He really must because I don't understand it. He's a weird looking fella, but he must have good penis. And I'm like, whatever. But she said, I'm fine being with him. I'm fine living with him, but he had to stop lying because if I find out he's lying, I'm not gonna stay with him. I'm like, Sean always has at least one lie backed up in his throat. So Sean said he wants to show her that he can be a good stepfather to her daughter. What about your 6 children? Why are you so concerned with how she feels about you raising her daughter? How does Kelly feel about you not helping her raise y'all 6 kids? You moved across the states. Okay, I don't move to state to state. You move states away from your own children to help somebody else raise their daughter. I was like, really, Sarah, you should run immediately because why be with a man who doesn't want to help raise his own children? I don't know. I don't know why would I couldn't do that. Okay. Now when they sitting around, because he built like a bed for a little girl. He built, he needs like a built up little treehouse up there, but it's a bed, and little girl loves it. But the producers asked them in the confessional if they, plan on or they want to have kids together. Because he has 6, she has 1. But do y'all want children together? And they look at each other or whatever. And he then said, we know what whatever happens, happens because I already have 6 kids. So he didn't say yes. He didn't say no. But it was a roundabout, I don't really want more kids. But yeah, whatever. So that pisses her off. She's pissed off because he didn't just say yes. And so she's crying or whatever. I'm just upset about how he answered the question. I'm like, what? She said they had a conversation about it. And she thought they both wanted kids later on. And now he feel like he was saying, I have enough kids. I don't want any more. So she's pissed about that. Girl, they fussing and fussing and fussing back and forth. And Sean keeps saying, well, I guess I misunderstood the question. I didn't mean I did not want kids. I didn't mean that. I just meant I don't want to jinx whatever. You not know that's when no, Sean. I'm like, girl, he has 6 kids. Why do you, girl? Why do you want more children with this man who you don't? You just it's weird. It's just weird, okay? And so you said you have enough kids, so go ahead and have, just be with Kelly or Destiny or whoever. I'm like, now you ain't gonna do for her. It's weird that she know he has 6 kids and she wants him to want more with her because she only has 1. I'm just confused. I am. But they still left together in the same car. I just want to go home with Sean. And they went home together. He can probably get her ass pregnant. Anyway, I'll move on from that. Let's get on to Lacey and Shane. Lacey and Shane is what it is. I guess a bit of a John too. So Lacey, this is after their therapy session where she told him, I don't love you. I regret marrying you. I don't want to be with you. I hate you, Sean. Not Sean. I hate you, Shane, or whatever. Whatever she said. And she says she know about herself that she says things out of anger. Oh, you don't say? You didn't think we knew that? Because no one believed all those things. I always thought like she was saying it to piss them off, but who cares? But now she's like, I just feel like what I meant was I just feel disconnected from you. You know, things just seem so different or whatever. And Shane, like, I just want us to be able to, be good parents to our daughter, make sure our daughter has a good life or whatever, and how we can be like a family or whatever, and she can grow up happy. And this is my thing. It's like, Shane, have you, like, she don't have not near relationship with any of her kids' fathers. So it's weird to me that he feel like they can have this happy, happy home when she hasn't been able to make a happy, happy home with any man she's been with. Because Lacey is a runner. Lacey likes to get with the man and she's happy at first, but when she gets bored, she runs. So I feel like Lacey, until she grows up and is like a real adult or whatever, and put her kids first, she will always have the same issues not having a stable home environment for her children because she doesn't want that, and that's dumb. Because it's like you have 4 children. At some point, stop and get it right. Okay, stop getting it wrong, and by getting it wrong, I mean stop making decisions for yourself that affect your children. That part is wrong. Okay. So they up there crying. Okay. The picture is right. You know, this picture. I'm like, I did not care. I felt nothing watching them cry about wanting to be a better family and wanting to be together and what I was like, I don't care because y'all both being silly. Mainly because Lacey picked a child fresh from prison who was a stranger while being engaged to John, who was also a prisoner, and then, got with them both. So my thing is, how are you surprised that y'all have issues when he was a whole stranger to begin with? You got married to and had a baby with a child. And by child, I mean Shane went to jail at 17. He got out at 21. He's now 23. He's a child. He was raised in prison for too many years for him to even be considered an adult. And that's what kind of makes me mad about Lacey. It's like she really wants Shane to function like he wasn't put in prison at a time where he should have been learning things about being an adult. And then whatever he learned in prison, to me, it stunted him because Shane, to me, still acts like a young kid in love with like his high school teacher. You know what I'm saying? And Lacey she just wants to fuck the student. So that's on her. But um, they both telling each other how they both want to make it work. I don't believe y'all. I really don't because I really feel because Shane said we both cheated in the beginning. I'm like, but Lacey started the cheating by getting with Shane while being engaged to John. And even once John got out, she was going back and forth between them two. And yes, Shane cheated too, but I feel like Lacey started it. But I'm like, I don't care. Anyway, so we then see dun 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 a couple days later, whatever. We see Shane getting arrested via like the doorbell camera. We don't see his face. We see, it's him. And we see 2 days later, Lacey's on the couch, just laying there or whatever. And, she brings up how they got into a huge fight. Now, and she's like, I don't know where Shane is now. Now, she didn't want to say what it was about. Not, she wouldn't give any details about how bad it got. You know what I'm saying? All she said, I just, Shane asked me, had I been talking to John, and I finally told him the truth. And so, of course, he got pissed. And then whatever happened, things escalated. Okay, he ended up getting arrested for who knows what. Now, but again, she was like, she didn't give the producers any details on like what really even made her want to call the police. But we can really deduce that Shane got really angry and ended up getting arrested. I don't think he put his hands on her, but I'm pretty sure got close to it or whatever. Or he could have been, drunk and belligerent. I don't know because I feel like I feel like he wasn't still in jail, which is why she said she don't know where he's at because he's probably staying somewhere else. Now she said the day after her and Shane had this big fight, this big blow up, that she called John, went out and hung out with John. We then see video footage of her and John in the car kissing. Okay, and she said, me and John then went back to the house and had sex all night. And I was like, bitch, what? And they say, where your kids at? At my father's house. I'm like, see, this is why I say Lacey makes up decisions, because none of the things you did with Shane or John will help your children have happy homes. Because mama's a happy hoe. And I don't mean a hoe as if she fuck everybody. I mean a hoe in she makes whole decisions. Okay? Stop thinking with your puss. Think with your head. Think with the heart of your children. Okay? And then she's gonna say, I don't have any idea how I got to this point in my life. And when production showed the whole thing of her with John and then with Shane, the whole back and forth thing, you put yourself in this predicament because you consistently, be out here with your hoish ways. Just think in whole ways means you're thinking with your coochie. Okay, you have too many children to be thinking with your kids are too young. If your kids were older and they can take care of themselves, fine. When your kids are self sufficient, bang when you want to bang. All your kids are too young to do anything without you. Why are you banging John? Because your husband was arrested after a fight of him fighting because you told him you've been talking to John. Lacey is a hood rat, okay? She's a trailer park person, okay? She's all of the above. A person who thinks for the coot and does not care about her children's well-being by the decisions she makes. I'm going to leave that be, okay? But again, we wonder why all of Lacey's other kids' fathers are not around. We can now see why. Brittany and Ray. So Brittany parents came over. Ray was finally able to meet her mom. I had a picture. I just didn't pull it up. Where is it? It's right here. So Ray had been working for a couple of weeks by now, and so the mom was now okay meeting him. Says, "Oh, he has a job, girl." Anyway, so that's a mama or daddy. Okay, the mom look, mama, get out my face. The mama got there, and the mom was still questioning Ray based on the things he was charged with that he went to prison for. Ray had already met her father, so him and the father are cool, okay? Because he didn't, that's fine, fine, fine. It's the mom who came in with. So what were you doing? How when you were arrested? So you were in the suburbs and got caught up with people who rob stores. I'm like, you do know people in the suburbs do crime. It was weird to me that she was. I think she thought the same way that Brittany thought. Ray was some ghetto hood thug from the projects who was out here knocking over old ladies, taking money. Or they had this thought of who he was. And when he's like, live, in the suburbs or whatever, and they, oh, really? I can't believe why people make mistakes from all walks of life. Okay, it gets on my. Martha Stewart was in prison. Okay, and she lived in the nice area too. Get out my face, lady. So Ray does bring up how, my mom passed away and I just, got in with the wrong crowd. And then as I got older, hang around with the wrong crowd, I just kind of did the wrong thing. So he do admit to how, wow, because he was only doing it for like a year. And again, the mom, like, so you were like robbing, stores? And he's like, well, no, it wasn't robbery, because robbery would consist of like people being there, guns being used and that. He's like, no, we were burglars. We broke into something that was closed and took stuff. That's burglary, not robbery. I'm like, it's good to know that he knows his crime. Um, so he said, but he said for him, because he's seen how much money was being made, he just didn't think about not doing it anymore. But he got caught within like a year of doing this or whatever. So he wasn't even doing it long. But his thing was, I learned my lesson, and I feel like the conversation with the mama, I just feel like sometimes when you meet someone because you don't know them and they explain their past, it usually helps you understand, okay, they're not a horrible person. I feel like the mama hearing from Ray did not make her feel like, oh, okay, I can like him. I feel like it made her feel like, oh, I have more of a reason to not like him. Especially when Ray brought up how much he has to pay back in restitution. It's like $145,000. I can do all kinds. So I can do a lot with that money. What Mama said. And while Ray's past isn't an easy pill for any parent to swallow, I also feel like You can't control who your adult daughter wants to date, and that's on that. Because it's like you consistently having to have all these questions. The fact that she was like asking like specific, I'm like, stop asking this man questions that can get other people caught up and shit. Stop doing it, lady. But he just like, I did what I did or whatever. But I'm fixing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying stuff myself now. I've been working, and I'm just trying to be a regular person in the world. And the mom was like, okay, she feels like Brittany, should at least contact an attorney to figure out, like, could she be held liable for any of the restitution money once they get married? Ray said she can't because it's his debt, which is a part of his um, record. So that's not like a credit card debt. That's a debt to a state based on a crime. So she won't be held liable for that. And I'm like, okay, cool. But again, the mama meeting Ray didn't open her up to feel like, okay, he's not a bad person. She kind of felt like, okay, he's worse than what I thought, because he also now has this, not worse as a person, but he has more issues than I thought. And I don't want my daughter with that kind of person or whatever. And then we see that Brittany wants to plan a trip to Miami for her birthday because she wants to get knocked up in Miami because she's stupid, and wants to get knocked up in Miami for her birthday, her 34th birthday, by her boyfriend who owes $140,000. Girl, I'm like, Brittany make dumb decisions too. Um, Girl, I can't. I just, not that she should have to wait to get pregnant so he's paid off the debt, but I feel like let that man get off probation. You know what I'm saying? Let him, because he's and then she wants to go to Miami when he's on probation. Like, well, I don't want to, get in any trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on parole. And we'll just call your PO and find out if you can go. Or I'm like, girl, she just, as she said, she just wants, or she hopes that he will propose to her in Miami in front of her friends. Girl, stop trying. Brittany be wanting to live a life she don't live. Let that man get off parole. Let him get some things. He should be home for a year first. Pay down on some of that restitution. Hold down, hold. I don't need her to not be with him. I want her to stop trying to rush things as if it doesn't happen this year, you know what I'm saying, it's an issue. Girl, he just got out. Let that man be. Because you may not feel the same in a year. Truth be told, but I'm gonna let that be too. Deontay, Nicole, and Tia. I am sick I am sick of this shit right here, okay? Because Deontay is consistently looking like Bubble Gump, dumb Diddy, pause on stupid, stuck on dumb. When it comes to Nicole, and when it comes to Tia too, he's still talking to his mom and Derek. And he like, I feel like Nicole need me to save her because she's out here being hoodwinked, bamboozled, and led astray by Tia. Okay, she's being used by Tia. Tia is using her, and she don't see it. And the mom said, first of all she wanted from you was money. And second of all, how can you say you can tell that Tia is using her, but you can't tell that Nicole using you? I was like, Mom, let him know. You up here trying to deduce that Tia is the villain, when in true form, is it really Nicole? Okay. And it's like Deontay just feel like she need me to save her. Okay, I know she didn't invite me to the wedding. I saw it on social media, but I think she need me to save her. Derek, the friend, said, you know what? Go to the wedding. Go to the wedding. You know what I'm saying? Full out go, and make sure she remember it forever. Derek said, it will bring me pleasure. It will make me feel better if he goes to her wedding and ruin it. You know what I'm saying? He should go there and like cause a havoc, and that way it'll make everybody else feel better. It won't make Nicole feel better, but it may make him feel better. He can maybe get over it. I was like, look, Derek ain't shit. Derek, like, call Tavik, let it all out. Have a full on fit at the wedding, so that way it can all be done and over, honey. And that's gonna happen. I think the next episode is in 2 weeks. Because next week is Thanksgiving. But that was the whole show, y'all. I was like, Derek is Derek, the kind of friend who wants you to fuck up so he can laugh. And this, I told you. I told you, but I'm gonna let that be. Y'all know next Thursday is Thanksgiving, so the Ladies First panel will be live on my channel on Tuesday, 23rd at 9:30 because again, Thursday is Thanksgiving. So make sure to lock in your calendars to come see us on Tuesday on Jaylee's Corner, and then the following week, because the Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3 6 Mafia versus is on Thursday, our panel will be on Wednesday, December 1st, and that will be on David's Me channel. So again, just make sure to have your notifications on IG or even on YouTube, because again, we're always trying to make sure that if other things are going on Thursdays, we pick a different date to have a panel. So that's all I have. I don't have any more. Okay. Do not forget to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner. Like this video, and I will talk to y'all later, because I will see you when I see you. Peace.